Taking a break from the routine has helped me to become more creative and enjoy the season we are currently in with my family. Here I am getting ready for a trip that we are going to take for 4 days from our daily routine at home. I've just come back from helping my mom declutter some stuff from my parents' home, and I'm making a quick smoothie here for my lunch, and I am brainstorming how I'm going to pack for our trip away and the things that I want to do while I do have this free time to enjoy nature and work on some art and really just enjoy my family. Going into the holiday season, I think we can overcomplicate things, thinking that we need to buy a gift for everyone we know and we have to make our homes look a certain way. I've just decided I'm not going to buy into any of that. I don't do a lot of gifts, and we only decorate with the things that we truly love in our home so we can enjoy the winter season, being cozy and warm in our home, but not having to rush out and buy a bunch of things that we don't really need. So here I am packing up the books I want to read on our trip and the books I wanted my boys to read. They didn't actually get a lot of reading done, but I'm just packing things up that morning. And that's another thing that I used to do, which was stress myself out packing way ahead of time. And now I usually pack just the day before, and I had half the day we left to pack. So I decided that I would just get everything ready the night before and do the final packing in the morning, since I had at least 4 hours to get everything together. So as you can see, I got ready, and I'm actually just doing a little tidying so I don't have to come home to a giant mess on my hands. In the recent decluttering video that my mom and I did together, my mom was going through her scarves, and a few people did ask, how far do you live from the mountains? Because we live in Southern California. I think it's hard to believe that we do actually live close to snow. So while it hasn't snowed yet here, we only live about an hour and a half drive from snowy weather. So we did pack up all of our warm clothes to wear on this trip because it was freezing at night. It was freezing. And during the day, I think the high was like 50 around there, depending on which day it was, but there were really cold winds. So we were just excited to bundle up and enjoy these days away. This place had a really fun game room they had set up in the garage, where they had air hockey and ping pong and so many fun things to do here. So we spent a lot of time playing games with our children, and then we also went on a bunch of walks and hikes that were easy to do with kids, but super fun. It's so nice to get outside, breathe the cold, fresh air, and get some exercise.
Got my scarf on.
It's so funny how we can get wrapped up into our daily routines when literally this beautiful place is only an hour and a half away, and we could drive up here on any day, spend a few hours, and drive home if we wanted to. But it's just crazy to think how easy it is to find places to go enjoy the beautiful scenery that is out there for us. And I think I know myself, I get wrapped up into the things I want to get done and being at home a lot, which I do love. But once in a while, it's so nice to get a fresh perspective on the world, get out there and enjoy nature. This cabin was so nice. It had a porch where we could sit out and look at all the beautiful trees and scenery. And then, as I mentioned, it had the games room where we spent so much time playing with our kids and playing ping pong, which was actually a really fun thing that my husband and I used to do when we lived in New Zealand. They had a ping pong table. So it was fun to do that again and just spend time actually having fun. But of course, I don't want you to think that we weren't living our normal lives, because we still had to make all of our meals at home. We only went out to lunch one time because we wanted to enjoy the downtown area But other than that, we went shopping, we made every meal at home, and of course, we cleaned up from those meals. And so a lot of the routines were very similar to being at home, except as you can see here, they had a dishwasher, which yay, hallelujah, that was a nice break to be able to use a dishwasher instead of washing every dish by hand. And believe me, I will be getting a dishwasher in my kitchen when we redo it someday. And here is the backyard. It was just a beautiful area to hang out in, and these winds were very chilly. But as you can see here, we are doing a little bit of tidying up. I'm not cleaning the house, of course, because when we left the house, there was a cleaning service that would come when our trip was over. So I didn't need to worry about that. But I did have to do the general tidying that I always do, just like when I'm at home, to keep our house in good working order and make it nice and cozy for everyone. The fall leaves were so pretty. We were hoping for snow, but it was just as beautiful to take in all the fall colors. We went to the little village street area, and this is where we had our lunch out, and it was freezing that day. So we came home and we worked on some art and just enjoyed some projects. Here's a painting that I did after I gathered some leaves from a walk we went on, and my mom was helping the boys with some drawings and paintings they wanted to do. She was teaching them some art tricks. We're going for a walk. Grant and I headed out with only Calvin on a little walking adventure. We finally found the trail that we were looking for, and we had a really fun time. We didn't walk too far, but it was fun to take just one boy to spend some extra time with him. And also, he's really an adventurer. He loves going on walks and getting out, while the other two were at home doing art, and Levi was sleeping. So this was just a fun moment with Calvin alone. I like to switch it up once in a while and just take each boy on their own. So here we got back, and I decided to do a little reading and relaxing. And then we decided to jump in some leaves and make a fun pile and have some leaf fun because there was no snow. This was a good alternative. This was actually Calvin's idea to start gathering up the leaves, but we all got involved, and it was just a really great way to enjoy the fall.
I am. Need to touch my face. Jump!
After the leaf fun, it was time for a bath. And not long after that, our vacation was over and we were heading home to get back in the swing of things right before Thanksgiving. So I stopped by the grocery store after we unloaded the car, and I'm just getting everything organized in the refrigerator because the next day is Thanksgiving. We don't really do a huge Thanksgiving dinner. It's just my family, and then my mom and dad come over. So we do have a Thanksgiving dinner, but we don't have to feed a bunch of people, and it's very similar to just having a normal dinner for us, although we do make all the traditional foods like, all of them, mashed potatoes and sweet potatoes, stuffing, all of that sort of stuff. But we just don't go overboard with it, and luckily there's no pressure because there's no extra people coming over. So this is how I love to clean out the luggage after a trip. I usually put it in a very central location, and I just empty each bag, putting the clean clothes in a pile and putting the dirty clothes straight into a dirty clothes basket. I find this the most efficient way. And then I just hand the stuff to the kids to take to their rooms. They were helping me take my stuff to my room, Grant's stuff, and just putting everything away immediately and getting this laundry started immediately. This is the best way to simplify this process and get it done immediately. I will never just have luggage sitting there because it just drives me nuts. And since we've become a little bit more minimal and simplified our lives, this process is even easier. We had brought all of our snow clothes just in case, so I'm actually just putting all the snow clothes back into the bin and putting that away right away so I don't have to come back to it later. I'm getting the laundry started immediately, so that could be working in the background as I'm doing other things. And I'm jumping back into our daily routines, but at the same time, I'm making sure that I'm still taking breaks and doing things on my own time. I never feel rushed when doing any homemaking because it's just an ongoing thing. But I do find that I can spend 5 minutes here, 10 minutes there, and accomplish quite a bit. Here we are in the backyard, and again, like I mentioned, I'm still taking breaks to have fun and play with my kids. It's not always work, just a lot of the time I don't show these moments because I'm showing how I'm organizing and that sort of thing. I do want to take 1 second to mention that I recently shared my blogging journey in a video about how we've become full-time bloggers and how my husband is now quitting his job to also be a content creator at home. And I do have to say all of that was due to the blogging course that I took years ago that got me started on that journey by Lisa from Farmhouse on Boone. She is still having a sale right now, so I will link that down below in case you're still interested. And you can also join my email list if you're interested in information about becoming a content creator. This year, I am so excited for the holiday season. I'm excited to add some decorations to our house and just embrace cozy season more than ever. I think it's because I've simplified everything. I can link a blog post down below on how we have embraced a more simple Christmas time and holiday season. And I think because of that, it's just made it more joyful and less stressful. I am organizing the refrigerator a little bit here because we have all of the things for Thanksgiving, and so it's just added a little bit more than normal. As I'm organizing this shelf, I want to mention this frame that you see to the right here on the second shelf down. It is a digital picture frame, and I haven't mentioned any products for this season, but I do want to mention that because I get so many questions on it in real life and online of what it is. It's an aura frame, and I will put a link in the description box. I feel this is such a great gift if you do want to get a gift for somebody because it helps you to avoid having a bunch of pictures around your house and just have the one where you can add photos from your phone straight to that frame, and you get to see all the fun memories from years past and current memories. I love adding photos to that, and my mom has one. I actually gave one to her, and then she gave one to me. One of my goals is to sew more and also make more of my own decor when possible, or clothing, just do more homemade projects. So as some of you may know, I added this cute little curtain to my kitchen, and I thought it would be so fun to make a Christmas themed curtain for this little section. So I found this material at the local sewing store, and I'm going to sew up a curtain that I can switch out just for Christmas. And I love that material takes up almost no room in my Christmas decor box, and I'm not really adding any other Christmas decor to my home this year, but I thought this would just be a cute little extra colorful touch for the kitchen. And then I also found this super cute material, and I thought I would make some curtains for over my kitchen sink. As you may have known, I also made the curtains on one of my Refresh the Kitchen videos, so I will link that video down below. But I just thought it would be so fun to switch this out for a Christmas curtain. And if there's any material left over, maybe I'll make a little pillow cover or something like that. Doing this the easy peasy way. I just turned the sides, and then I did a double turn with some room at the top for the rod, and I'm just going to sew that, and then I will check it against the other curtain and then hem the bottom. So it's only going to be one panel. I usually have two, but this is slightly larger than one of the panels, so I think it'll be fine to have just one for this season. And yes, today we did get back from our trip to the mountains, and everything you saw me unpack was earlier today, but I am just so inspired to start decorating and adding some little winter items around our house. This turned out really cute, exactly how I wanted it to. And here I'm putting it on and I'm showing my husband and he's like, yeah, whatever you want to do. He doesn't really care how I decorate, especially in the kitchen, because it's just a quirky space for us to enjoy right now before we eventually redo it. Okay, hello from the ground. I love when there's a pattern because then I can actually use the pattern to cut. This is gonna have to wait because now it's time to make dinner. When I was at the store, I grabbed 2 bags of pre-made pizza dough. And while I'm still making my own pizza dough once in a while, sometimes it's easier just to grab a bag of this, and it's only $2, so that's such a good deal. And I know it's gonna turn out good, but this is one reason why I want to redo this kitchen, because there is really nowhere to be able to roll anything out. I have to do it on a cutting board. It makes it very difficult. So, I get these questions sometimes, why would you redo your kitchen? That is just one of the reasons why. And my husband was kind of getting all the ingredients for the toppings of the pizza ready while I was doing the pizza dough. So it was a group effort on tonight's dinner. Those few days away with the break in our routine was the perfect thing to make me feel more creative in my home and get me inspired for the holiday season. I also want to mention that I'm going to be adding more art to my art store, and I'll be sharing more of that on my Instagram, which I will link down below. And I'm just excited for a lot of really fun upcoming videos. I'm thinking of starting a series with my mom. Let me know in the comments if you'd be interested in that. Since she doesn't have her own channel, I thought, why not just share more of what we do on here with my mom and have a special series with her. So let me know, and then don't forget, I will have the link to Lisa's course down below in case you're interested in becoming a content creator and living your dream life working from home. It's not for everyone, but in case you're interested, it's down there. Thank you for being part of my community, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!